Sometimes pretend to be your friend. Smiling faces show no traces of evil that lurks within. Smiling faces, sometimes they don't tell the truth. Smiling faces tell lies, and I got proof. Lord, let me tell you, the truth is in the eyes, cause the eyes don't lie. Amen. Come on. Hey. A smile is just a frown, turn it upside down, my friend. So hear me when I'm saying, smiling faces, sometimes they don't tell the truth. Smiling faces tell lies. Well, you enemy, beware of the handshake that has a face. I'm telling you, beware of the pat on the back. It might hold you back. Jealousy, misery, envy. You better sing. Smiling faces, sometimes they don't tell the truth. Smiling faces tell lies. Well, your enemy won't do you no harm, 'cause they know where you're coming from. Don't let the handshake and the smile fool you. Yeah. Take my advice. I'm only trying to school you. Smiling faces. Hey, come on. Smiling faces, the lies and have got proof. Alone faces, smiling faces. Wait a minute. I'm only trying to school you. Hold on, I need that one part. Hold on, right there. Smiling faces tell lies. Well, your enemy, yeah. Cause why? Don't let the smile of fool ya. Take my advice, I'm only trying to school ya. Smiling faces, sometimes they don't tell the truth. Smiling faces tell lies, and I got proof. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Hey, everybody. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Little Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what we like, okay? What you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy Quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to Lottie Dottie and everybody who is celebrating something today, which is the first day of August. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Anywho, I want to say that. And you know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. So you get a smooch. You get a smooch. Everybody gets a smooch. Hey, Queen Diva. Hey, 300. Hey, Intrinsic Boo. Hey, everybody. All of my butterfly. Hey, pretty chocolate girl. Smooches, boo. All of my butterflies and up in the butterfly queendom, I salute you today. Today is the first of the month. It's Thursday, y'all. Tomorrow. Be here, I be square, okay? No face, no case. Tomorrow is the baked potato slash French fry challenge, okay? Everybody either got fries or potatoes. Now, there's 3 prizes, okay? If the chat wants to cash app you, that's fine. They can always cash app those that they, like. I think they have the better dish, okay? We got fresh judges over here. I have a co-host, which is Brianna Pettyville Simone. I think she said she's still going to co-host with me, okay? Which she don't know it. Don't tell her, but she going to be hosting. Okay. Anywho, and we can't judge on taste, okay? So we judging on how it appeals to us, when you take a bite of it, and how clean the area that you're cooking is. Because I can't desire no baked potato if where you're cooking is messy or dirty, okay? So it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have the wonderful music of Mr. Buddy Lee. Yes, him, but he's gonna be on the 1s and 2s. Also, my sissy gonna be over here, Mixology 99. We gonna party up. And tomorrow we're also gonna go ahead and celebrate the 1,000. On our way to 2,000. Get into it, okay? All right. Now y'all know I'm old school. So I come on here with my old school. I'm sorry. But that smiling faces, that hit differently today, y'all. That song hit differently today. I had to just give me a little bit more. When I get out of here, I'm going to throw it on my big old kaboonka speaker I got. I got a speaker you can hear all the way outside, y'all. It rattles my house. Yeah, I'm with that. Anyway, I was for some reason or another, my live chat on my... Okay. Hey, Dr. Ruth Brown. That's my beautiful sister. Hey. What's going on with you? Yes. So shout out to everybody. Don't forget tomorrow, please. Okay. So we just shooting the breeze today. I'm not going to be on here long. Y'all, just ate my seafood boil. Oh, Lord, my stomach. My stomach. Oh, I feel fat. I really do feel fat today. I had two donuts and a seafood boil. That's it. And that's all I could eat today. I have a small window that I eat from starting today for the next 2 days. Like I end on the 3rd. Okay. But yeah, that tea, that Southern tea, half lemonade, half tea, that's hitting totally different today. I'm on my 2nd cup. I'm on my 2nd cup. It's like it's hitting different. So I took my son, my baby boy. Let me tell you this before we get into the Commodore and Terry. I took my son, my baby boy, to an interview today, and everything. So, y'all, it was funny. Me and him have these conversations. Y'all, pray for me. We have these conversations. So we got to talking about. I asked him about my godson. His best friend is my godson, and I knew his new baby was getting ready to be born like today or whatever. He said, "No, Mama, she's 2 weeks old now because I let you know." I forgot all about that. So I said, tell him he knows what causes these kids, right? This is his 3rd kid, all right? He knows what's causing this. And he said, yeah, sex. I said, yeah, so tell him either wrap it up or stop. He needs to stop unless he put a ring on it. And you know what my son said to me? Mama, marriage is not all it's cracked up to be. I looked at him like he had 4 eyes. I said, but your parents had a wonderful marriage. He said, I know. He said, but I watch everybody else. He said, and I'm watching how they marriages and stuff. And I'm like, it's more of them, Mama, whose marriage wasn't good than like you and Daddy. And what's it got to do with you? Like, this is the conversation we having, y'all. We get deep, okay? I said, but what's it have to do with you? He said, because if we ain't got to go through all that just to hit some skins, we ain't going through all that. I said, but you're not supposed to be hitting skins without a ring anyway. So then he was like, yeah, Mama, but what age did you start obeying that? Yeah, I told y'all, me and my kids, we go there, right? And he said it just as gentle as he could. I said, oh, I act like I was fainting. I said, like it. I said, but you know what? Let's go there. I said, you're absolutely right. When you know better, you do better. And then I teach y'all better. So did your daddy. He said, yes, ma'am. That's my point. He said, Y'all taught us the right way. Y'all demonstrated in front of us the right way. Y'all liked each other. Y'all got along. Daddy took care of you, blah, blah, blah. He said, but when you look out your door, when we see other people, that's not demonstrated. It's more of not being taken care of, men cheating on their wives, women. I mean, he broke it out there. He said, so when you look at that, and I can just date you and screw you when I want to, and I ain't got to marry you and be responsible for you. He said, more men like me. He said, even though I'm a good man, and my sons are good men. He said, I'm a good man, but if I ain't got to put up with all that, I ain't going to. I'm done. Hey, lovely love, I'm done. I don't know what to say, y'all. I swear I don't know what to say. Because he even admitted, he said, your argument is true, mama. He said, we know we should be married. He said, we know that. He said, but the women nowadays, he said, they want a life that they themselves are not willing to work for. He said, I'm a hard worker. I got my own place. He does. He got his own place. It's bad too, y'all. He's a hard worker. He ain't got no kids. He ain't got no I was gonna say loud. Y'all know what I mean. He ain't got none of that. Very intelligent. Everything. Like he would be the perfect dude. But like he told me, he said these women, they don't want that nowadays, mama. They just want a nigga who gon', hit their skins. He said real good. He said and pay for stuff that they can't afford. They want diamonds and all this, and they can't even cook. They want this. He said, at least I can cook a little bit. He said, I keep my place clean. He said, they don't even want to do all that. He said, I ain't got time for that. So if all you want from me is sex, when I'm ready to give it to you, I'll give it to you and I can go home. I'm like, dang. So women, I want some y'all women. Is this what's going on? Y'all don't want no good man no more. Y'all just want men that's gonna hit you real good, knock you off, and let you go on. Is that what we doing? I can't ask my girls because my girls think like me. So I can't ask them. They looking for their daddy in a man. So I'm like, I didn't know what to say, y'all. To be honest with this young black man, my king, I call my sons king and my grandsons. I didn't know what to say. And my sons don't even drink. It don't make them better than nobody, but they don't drink. And they think it's unattractive to see a woman drunk. They don't. It's just, y'all pray for me. I didn't know what to say. Let me see. I will be there tomorrow. I tried to get Soulful to come, but she busy. Okay, baby. Okay. So, I don't know. Like one day, y'all, my son, he held the door open for this older woman. She said, thank you. Well, he was going to walk in and see this younger girl coming. She's about in her, maybe she was 21, 20, between 21 and 25, and he stopped and he opened the door for her and she just walked on in. She ain't say thank you, no. She just looked at him and walked on in. And he said, see what I'm saying? He turned right to me and said, see what I'm saying? Just like it. I'm like, wow. I don't know how people are raising their kids now. It's like, I don't know, y'all. Is that really? I'm like I said, I've been out of the dating game for a minute, so y'all pray for me. I don't know how to date. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was with my husband almost 30 years before he passed. So whatever's new now, I don't know. I don't know how to date. That's why I think my current situation ain't as, I don't know. I guess we both like shy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know how to date. I really don't, because if this is the new thing that a woman has to go through in order to date, I'll stay by myself. Now, it just so happened that the person, we friends and we talk, we just friends. That's it. We just friends. We both have something to offer each other. I'm what he's looking for. He's what I'm looking for, but we just friends. See how that works? We just friends. Nothing else. We ain't dating and all that. We just real good friends. All right. But I'm looking at, Lord, like I said, when I do get ready to date, he's going to have to talk to my friend Anthony McNeil, like real life Anthony McNeil, he gonna have to talk to him because Anthony gonna tell me. See, that's one thing I love when you got men friends, like men who are really, really friends. Hey, buddy Lee, I was just talking about you, boo. Yes, honey, he's gonna be on the ones and twos tomorrow. Don't forget, y'all, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. And oh, did you email me back, buddy Lee, about that thing? But I don't know, y'all, because like me, I'm different. I like nerds. I like quiet men, like, not the ones that always got to be seen. Yeah, they always boastful, got to be. I don't like them type. I like nerds. I like quiet men. He says his most talking when it's necessary. I'm behind the scene. That's what I love those kind. Okay. What else? Like the type of men I like, other women would probably say they squares. Like my husband used to be a Golden Gloves boxer. Okay, that's what he did in his earlier years. He was a boxer. He traveled and boxed and had a name for himself. Okay, so he was always the country boy because he was a country man. He was always the country boy. And out of all his siblings, everybody said he was the best one. I know that. Okay, like looking at my in-laws, I'm like, woo, God gave me the best. Okay, hard worker, very, quiet. He laughed, a little bit. Anybody who encountered him loved him. Okay. Anybody, like everybody has no bad stories about this man. Okay. But he was a homebody. He didn't like going out. Me and him, we did that when we was dating. It was old to us then. It got very old after we said I do. We was like, we done. He didn't like going, but he'll go fishing. That was his main thing he loved, spending time with me and going fishing. That's it. Okay. So, yeah. But as far as hanging out with the dudes, if he went twice a month over what they called this place the clubhouse. And that's when he was a big time dope dealer. Him and 3 of his other brothers, he called them, but they his friends, not his real brothers. They all went over there, and that's where they sat and did they little, whatever. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, that was over too. But that was his life when I met him. He did that and had been on his job for almost 28 years, 25 years or something like that. So that was like something extra he did. But, he was still quiet. He was still the quiet one. They say them quiet ones will kill you. He was still quiet and everything, but he loved being home. He was a homebody, loved being home. But most of these men now, that I'm seeing that's my age, and I'm 50 plus, okay? And in my Lady Nika's voice, I'm 2 quarters and some pennies, all right? So most of the men I see now, they got to be like boastful and all loud and motherfucker. It's like, I don't know what has happened over the years, but it's like, I don't know. And I don't like it. I like a man who's a homebody. I like a man who has his own. Is in a position to build with a good woman that makes sure she's good, got her front and her back. And I ain't talking about just financially. I'm talking about in every way. Like, dude, don't do mine. You can call everybody else what you want to call them, but not mine. And and don't feel like they missing nothing if they don't rip and run the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's what I'm into. And so for my son to say what he said, and he's in his 20s. Okay. My baby boy, he's in his, like my oldest son just turned 28. My baby boy this month, he's about to turn 25. And I don't know, y'all. He has no hope. He's like, I can't see it. He said, I can't see getting married. He said, I can't even see being in a real relationship. He said, Mama, these women are not the same type of women. He said, they not. He said, before I get caught up with something, he said, nah, I stay to myself. I just, I work. So he works like a runaway slave. Do you hear me? I mean, every chance he get, he's punching that clock. Looking for a better job, punching that clock. He's like, I live on my forklift because both of them drive forklifts like they daddy. He used to drive a forklift too. But anyway, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, really, how are we raising these young girls now? I mean, are we really raising them to turn into young ladies? Are we just raising them to be grown idiots? I don't get that. Anyway, move forward. Anywho, speaking of, remember I have been telling you guys about they are doing experiments, right? They're doing experiments on us. And they have to do them on us because we are the mother and father of civilization. Some of y'all don't believe that, your business. But we are the mother and father of civilization. So if something works on us or our chromosomes, then most likely it'll dominate other people. Okay. So I want y'all to hear this real quick. I want y'all to hear this. Hold on. And shout out to you for allowing me to use this. I did reach out to him, so thank you so much. Okay. This is, I tell you, see, I'm this man right here, his name is Rizza Islam. Rizza is so intelligent. Like, I'm turned on by that. I really am. You know how most women like a man that's a certain color, he got to have muscles and he got to do it ain't even got to be muscles for me. I love a brain. And that's one thing my late husband, God rest his soul, he was so intelligent. There was nothing he couldn't fix. There was not a puzzle he couldn't undo. I do. He was just that dude for real. And that turned me on. I love a good man. I do because I'm a bookworm. Okay. Forget what you heard. I'm a bookworm. I love, you know. So anyway, check us out.
Knowing the studies, without knowing any of this, you are helping to experiment on your child. I'm saying this to be very humble for parents. Please go to a website that is called vita.org, vi-ta.org. Tons of the studies are on there, tons of solutions, but data that you need to know is on that website, vita.org, vi-ta.org. It is put together by a PhD cellular molecular biologist by the name of Dr. Christina Parks, a Black woman scientist who's been practicing for over 40 years. And there are a lot of them, a lot of scientists who are doing this. So again, experiments are happening, but we need to know exactly how, what it means, and the solutions to get around it. Please, before you inject any more of your children or yourself with any of these things, learn about what the ingredients are, learn about what they do to the body, and learn.
For all of y'all who took the jab, I was on here as well as him, Vicky Dillard. It was some more people. I think Tariq Nasheed too. It was some more of us that looked like us was telling y'all, please, unless you are forced to because of your job, do not do it. Do not do it. Take these natural stuff instead. Especially me. I was on her trying to pump natural cures and natural remedies down y'all throat. People was dogging me, talking about you gonna die and blah blah blah. After I had just lost my husband to the 19, I was still on her talking about no, and I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so listen, just listen.
Learn about detoxing so you know how to help yourself and your children to prevent yourself.
Okay, if you follow me at any time, you know I talk about detoxing, right? You know I always talk about detoxing. It doesn't do your body any good if you take a whole lot of medication. Now, if you on 2 medications, let's just say it like that, but you never detox your body, all your organs are doing is getting the back kick from whatever medicine you're getting. Yes, it might be helping. Let's just say you're taking high blood pressure medicine. It may be taking your blood vessels to keep your blood pressure lower. But what do you think the rest of the medication is going through your body? You must detox. You got to, but okay, carry on.
Yourself from having debilitating disorders down the line, issues down the line, etc. I know that was a long answer on that.
Hey, you cooking, Reza.
Yes, sir.
Bro, one of my favorite shows right now, Supercell on Netflix. It's a great show. I think you would love it if you haven't already checked it out. Young Black people.
Okay. Yeah, lovely. I'm having it over here tomorrow, baby. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is still on. Yes, ma'am. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't think you was on here earlier when I said it, but yes, ma'am. Come on over, girl. Come on over.
In the UK and London who have sickle cell, or whose parents rather have sickle cell, there is this super cell that gets passed down onto them that gives them superpowers. As a result, they are being watched, they're being documented, surveilled on.
Listen to the question
here. And you have white type of media people, and you have white people that's also in the medical field that's taking these Black kids in, doing experiments on them. And watching this, man, I thought about something, because I'm like, sickle cell, of course, is prone to us as Black people. But why us? Why do they always choose us? I think about Henrietta Lacks and so many other cases as well. Why do they always pick us when it's time to start with the experiments?
We are the original people.
Did y'all hear that? I told y'all. See, I'm not just a pretty face. I know stuff. Okay, I told y'all we are the original people. So if it works on us, it'll work mostly on everybody. That's why during the beginning, do y'all remember? I think 300 might remember this. During the beginning of the 19, back in 2020, they were asking Blacks to donate blood and to take different things because they wanted to make sure. They didn't tell you why, but they was asking people, can you come and donate? Can you do this? They had this big old thing I heard for Black people. And then they even had commercials looking for Black people for different things that had to do with that. Okay. Anyway, let's go. Let go.
Area. This is known, brother, among the scientific community. And why is it that you don't hear about it? Because the CDC refuses to publish those studies.
Wait a minute,
they don't want it to be known.
Right here.
I'm not just talking about just our people back then. I'm talking about in every major city, especially when it comes to the CDC and their different satellite groups.
Yeah,
they do studies. Do you think that every study that's conducted?
Hey, all those ads.
Come on, man.
Death. Come on, man. This, that, and the third.
Oh my God. Find that out? Yes, they put out ads and they offer you a couple dollars. They say free trip to here, food, all inclusive. They've done plenty of experiments where they have brought people to islands and to hotel resorts. Wow. And the whole time these people are being experimented on in the food, in the beverages. And they are behind the glass and they're doing case studies. Wow. Some experiments people don't even realize it's a study until it's over and they're like, well, thank you very much for participating. They're like, it was a study? Like we were hanging out and watching TV.
Hey, trust me, you'll find out later.
Seriously. It's a very real thing. So I had to kind of bring a little reality to that. But when it comes to the CDC, in order for them to get the information that they get, experiments are a necessity. Right. They don't just use rats, right? But rats are used because they are a primary component prior to human trials. So when you're using rats, you can get certain markers, certain understandings from using their DNA, their blood, their physical person before humans to kind of get an idea of how it's going to interact with human beings, react in human beings, etc. Another thing that they use are ferrets.
There you go.
So ferrets are another thing because biochemically they have similar behaviors in their biochemistry to human beings. Right now, for I would say the bird flu conference that's about to come.
Now, did y'all hear that? There is a bird flu conference that is coming up. Earlier this year, one of the prophecies I gave y'all was what? There will be like 3 different things as far as physical viruses or diseases that was going to hit this year, okay? One of them I told you will always be 19. It ain't going nowhere. It's going to mutate like the flu. The other one is the flu, okay? Then you just heard him mention somehow, some way, they're going to leak this, or it's going to come out allegedly. Let me say allegedly so I won't get in trouble, okay? Allegedly. Watch what I tell you. Come on, Rizzo, tell it.
Come up.
The bird flu conference.
Bird flu conference is a thing.
Wow.
It's about to come up very soon. And what they're doing is they are having experiments in multiple parts of the United States, and they're using ferrets to see how that virus interacts in their body to determine what it's going to do in the human beings, because they're now coming out with a bird flu vaccine.
Boom.
Because they're saying
boom. Now, let's talk stock real quick. Those of you all who want to get some stock, I ain't telling you what I'm telling you, but I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Those of you all who want to get some stock, before that vaccine hit, you better go on and buy you a little stock on it. Because I'm sitting over here kicking myself, and I have been for 2 years. Because when I first started to buy into Pfizer, okay, I started to buy into Pfizer and then Moderna, both of them. All right, and I didn't. And all of a sudden, when this thing hit, they went sky high, and I could have got in for $5. So y'all just heard what this man said, right? So right now, ain't nobody thinking about it. You better go look up some stock and get it on the ground floor of this stock, okay? And that's all I'm gonna tell you. Y'all know I talk about stock over here too, and I give y'all some good stock tips. Y'all remember I gave y'all that GameStop tip, and the following night the thing went through the roof. I could have kicked my own butt. Oh, lovely girl. I gave that night before the GameStop. Game station stock. I was talking about that. I'm like, ooh, gotta invest in that, y'all. Blah, blah, blah. Next 24 hours, it went through the roof. I could have kicked my own butt. Ugh. Anyway, I'm sorry. Moving on.
Thing that's going to be the new pandemic. Look out for it. You'll see. So that is the next thing that they're looking at. So experiments happen in phases. They happen in different areas: rats, ferrets, human beings, etc. But of course, human beings are the number one, because this is who we are going to use to inject this with. This is who we're going to have to help when it comes to the virus, pandemic spread. These are the people we're going to have to tell them to go quarantine here, go do this. Okay, so ultimately, that's the point. Los Angeles, they did experiments with the tetanus shot. Black boys have been experimented on for years dealing with the MMR shot, measles, mumps, rubella. The CDC knew this. They did a study.
And part of that shot, y'all, the MMR caused autism. He gonna say it.
Dealing with this, that they retracted. Now, this is a study that was conducted that was, I would say, reviewed by Dr. Frank DeStefano, Dr. Colleen Boyle, Dr. Marsha Lynn Jurgen Alsop, Dr. I believe Sydney Bassin or Tanya Bassin, and Dr. William Thompson. They reviewed the study of how the measles, mumps, rubella, it's called a trivalent or 3 viruses in one needle, how that shot was leaning Black boys into autism or onto the autism spectrum at a rate of 336% more than Caucasian boys. 336%. So every Black boy who gets that shot has a 336% more likelihood of being diagnosed with autism than a white boy.
Did y'all hear that? The boy that gets the MMR, measles, mumps, rubella shot are 300 times more inapt to get autism than anything else.
Now, these are white scientists for the most part.
I'm telling you this.
Who said this?
Yes.
Now, they snatched that data. They went into a room, looked at it, reviewed it, tried to switch it around, try to get rid of these numbers, try to mix it around, wash it up to try to kind of slowly massage the numbers out.
For sure.
It couldn't happen. They couldn't get rid of it. So they said, delete the data and the physical copies shredded. There's a lot of scientists who talk about this. I interviewed Dr. Brian Hooker, PhD, who revealed all of this because he's one of the people who spoke with Dr. William Thompson over the phone and who received the documents from Dr. William Thompson, who still works at the CDC.
Y'all see how he's giving names? All you got to do is write these names down and go research these people. He's giving names. He ain't saying this doctor was once upon a time and I can't say the name, because he's giving y'all all these names, y'all.
CDC right now. That is an experiment. Why? Because the number one demographic in America right now of those who have autism are Black boys.
Black boys.
And they are looking.
Did y'all hear that? The number one demographic of the people who have autism are Black males. Now, why is that? Okay, moving forward. We're going to hurry up, y'all. We're going to
by the year 2035, that 1 out of every 2 children will be diagnosed with an autism diagnosis.
50%.
This is what they're saying by their numbers. So experiments are happening right now, not just with the homeless, not just with animals, but with our children. They have what's called the vaxxed versus unvaxxed studies. Now, this is where you got to go with it. I don't give a damn about your degree. Sit down. Do the research on the studies of vaccinated versus unvaccinated. And the damn graphs are like this. The vaccinated are far sicker in every area. The unvaccinated, far healthier in every area.
Did y'all hear that? I've been telling y'all, okay, y'all, like I said, not y'all, because y'all smart people in this chat, but I've been telling y'all that when this was all said and done, you won't know what side effects that particular whatever put in your body. My mom right now is having so much pain in her stomach that she's never had in her life because she took that. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And I told her, I said, Mama, you don't know what the side effects is going to be. I know, but I just didn't want to die. I just didn't want to die. Forget her. Forget her. And somebody asked her, somebody said, did your daughter take it? Talking about me. And she said, no. She said, well, if your daughter didn't take it and she knows about herbs, when she had given you something, I told you what to take in order for that not to affect you. She said, yeah, but the way that they was talking, I just don't want to take a chance. So now I'm having to go against whatever she took and find different things to put her on to detox her system and try to see what's going on with her stomach. They think she has a mass in her stomach, okay? And y'all, for the most part, what I have given her for her stomach, it helps her. However, if she does not take that herb, she's in the bed in pain with her stomach. So it's something else. It's something else, you know. So, and my mother doesn't just eat anything. She's not one of them people that just eat everything, eat anything. She really watches what goes in her body. She really does. That's why she's still a size 10. She watches what goes in her body, you know, and she really don't even eat meat. She might eat meat maybe once a week. You know, that's what I was doing, eating meat once a week. Everything else was a vegetable or something because meat didn't taste right to me. And it still don't as of right now. That's why I'm backing up off of meat again. But so, you know, you got to detox, y'all. You got to. Anyway, we almost done with this. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. If y'all want to see it, it's called Rizza Islam Goes In on Kamala Harris. He talks about Sonia Massey and the homeless. Y'all do know that the governor of California told the police them to clear out all of the homeless camps. He want them gone. Where them people gonna go? It's a whole little city set up in California of homeless camps. Where they going? Where they going? So me and my little business, it ain't big, but me and my little business, we going either the 3rd or 4th Saturday of this month. It's my granddaddy's 90th birthday, but we go on the 3rd or 4th Saturday of this month, and we're going to pass out things because we do this twice a year. We do it once when it gets cold and once right before it gets cold because everybody else does it during the summertime. So I was sitting here yesterday, and it just dawned on me that even though the stuff that I do pass out and everything, I forgot that women of a certain age need pads and tampons too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to have like 50 for women and 50 for men. And then I'm going to let them get sandwiches. Usually we do a hot meal like macaroni, green beans, chicken, ham. We do like a hot meal. But I'm going to do sandwiches this time and, you know, and everything. So I'm going to do sandwiches. I'm going to do chips. I'm going to do juices. I'm going to give them a pack of tea like I normally do, a pack of hot chocolate, a pack of and something they can add hot water or cold water to, like during their leisure time. We're gonna do that. We're gonna pass out some more underwear. I'm adding soap to this too, because wherever they go, some people still get a chance to wash up. So I'm gonna add soaps to the package too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I really am. I love passing out the stuff to the homeless people. I do. And I know a lot of people don't like dealing with them, but I do. Because like I told y'all, I'm from the projects. Nothing scares me. You know what I'm saying? And when they get a little rowdy, I'm like, hey. Now act like you got some sense. You may not have a physical home, but I know you still got some home training. Yes, ma'am. All right then. See what I'm saying? Anyway, move forward. You know, because I always think it could be me. Mary has this song that says, it could have been me. outdoors, no shoes, no clothes. I always think about that. It could be me. I can be one of my kids. It could be my mom. It could be just anybody that I love. You know what I'm saying? So I would want somebody to, look at me and be like, so yeah, I ain't trying to, be all holier than thou, but that's just me. Everybody who knows me know I do stuff like that. So it ain't like I'm saying it just for y'all. I do stuff like that twice a year.
This is known, brother, among the scientific community. And why is it that you don't hear about it? Because the CDC refuses to publish those studies. They don't want it to be known. Why? Because they do that with them. They're not gonna need no more vaccines from these pharmaceutical companies. They won't be able to make money from them because they're gonna figure out, damn, the whole trend of America being so sick starts with the children being injected with these poisonous shots. And y'all making money off of slowly killing, damaging the immune system, the nervous system, reproductive system of children. And by the time they're 15, 16, 17, some of them are infertile, sterile. They have all these debilitating disorders, diseases, allergies.
It's too late.
And you think it's normal.
Okay, on this thing right here, he talks about is something that they give men that's making men's penises either shrivel or something's happening to their penises, y'all. When he said it, I was like, say, excuse me? I was like, say what? I forgot what port this is, but it's something that they're giving men that's making men's penises shrivel. It's making their penises like, yeah, it's almost like melting or something. I don't know. But I was like, But I'm here to say too, I agree with him. Whatever they give you, like right now, they want you to try their weed. If y'all smoked weed, I would still go to my weed person. And I would tell them, if you start getting that wacky weed like they passing out, miss me, I don't want none. Seriously, y'all, because, yeah. Let me see. My doctor said you're not going to take I said to him, I don't know if this is breaking news to you, doc, but I'm going to die anyway. Okay. We all got a date with destiny. So, I mean, mine ain't on the accelerated track. IJS.
So experiments have been happening. They continue to happen. And every time you go bring a child to go get them shots.
Yeah.
Without knowing the ingredients, without knowing the synergistic effects, without knowing the studies, without knowing any of this, you are helping to experiment on your child. I'm saying this to be very humble for parents. Please go to a website that is called vita.org, VI-TA.org. Tons of the studies are on there. Tons of solutions, Jewish people, because they like
listing your house on the market isn't the.
Wait a minute, y'all. We at that port. I think I wanted y'all to hear.
Stand with that circumstance. We don't stand with Israel. You got a lot of, do y'all know?
Yeah, it's a lot of Jews that don't stand with Israel.
If you don't study, you're going to become a victim of ignorance.
That's right.
You're going to be called anti-Semitic, feel like you did something wrong, and then go on an apology tour. Right. I'm sorry, now I'm going to go to Israel and kiss the Wailing Wall. I'm going to bend. I'm going, yes, sir. I'm going to wear yarmulke. I'm call everybody anti-Semitic who disagrees with somebody who happens to be Jewish. I don't give a damn. If you're wrong, you're wrong.
I love Nick Cannon, but we saw it in real time, though. Hey, we saw it in real time.
Yes, sir.
We saw it in real time.
Yes, sir. And shout out to our brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Because in every community who calls out the evil of their community without, acting as if, oh, this is just all of us. No,
wait a minute.
If these nations want aid, food, medicine, clothing, they have to agree to our reproductive policies. They have to agree to birth control. They have to agree to abortion. They have to agree.
Let's go here.
Putting the economics behind the person who we vote for,
right?
Because money does talk. And I wouldn't say it's too late. I would just say if we want to do it by going through this system, then we will face certain barriers that are put in that place,
right?
Even though we have the money.
Yeah.
So we got the money, and
okay, he's going to tell y'all what happened. Now, for you all that don't think that racism still exists, you're sleeping under a rock, okay? Now listen to this story right here, then I'm going to turn it off. If you want to see it, I told you the name of it. Just check this out. Listen to this story he's saying right here. This right here is powerful. That's why, let me shut up. Here you go. Listen.
And we've seen this before. We would have the money and offer to buy a building.
LA, we saw that with South Central.
Come on, my brother, with LA over there, I believe it was over off of Martin Luther King in Crenshaw.
Yep.
Known as the Black Mall.
Right.
Baldwin Hills Mall.
Yep.
Group of black folk had the money. They didn't ask for a discount or nothing. Had the money that was put up there to buy it.
That's right.
They wouldn't let them buy it. Why would you let us buy it?
It's power.
Our money is the same as your money.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we know what you're going to do.
That's right.
Which is free your people, provide jobs, economic influence, and build and resurrect that community.
Yeah.
We can't have that. Why? Because we benefit off of you being in the enslaved position that you're in. So we can't do that.
Yeah.
So they sold it to a Jewish community. And I found that out because one of the people were bragging to me in a meeting about it, a Jewish man. And I'm saying this specifically for those of you in that community who you know about them a part of your community, not the racist ones, because some of you are not, but you know which ones I'm talking about. Like we got some people in our community who are some a-holes. You got some too.
That's right.
And he was bragging to me. So, you know that mall off of, bro, he was recently, you know, the mall right off of Crenshaw and King.
Hey, that's a rich flex, huh?
No, bro.
Yeah.
The man walked up to the table.
Wow.
And he introduced me to him. I looked at him. He looked down at me. He shook his friend's hand who I.
So just in case y'all missed it, there was a mall that Black people had the money and went to the table to buy. And they refused to sell it to the Black investors for the fear that this would start turning around Black economics. So they wouldn't sell it to the Black investors, but sold it to the Jew. Just in case y'all missed that. That's what he was saying. It's not that sometimes we don't have the money or the investment to buy said businesses that make a lot of money or in our neighborhood to turn it around and things like that. They look at you and determine whether or not that's a good investment by how it's going to affect your people. If you are one that can affect your people by economic growth, economic power, then most of the time they'll come up with an excuse why they can't sell it to you, but they'll sell it to other people. Case in point, in Kentucky, there was this liquor store that made a lot of money. Okay, it's been 2 so far, right? Made a lot of money in Louisville, Kentucky, okay, where I used to live at. One day I looked up and I seen that the owners didn't pull up anymore. And somebody said, you know, they sold it. I said, well, who that stood on their property all the time or what Black people bought it? And they was like, they didn't sell it to us. Said, old dude wanted to buy it, had the money and everything. And he said he'll think about it. Next thing they know, when they called him, he said, oh, I already saw it. He sold it to unread them, you know, the ones that be over there, you know, Arab and all this and stuff. He sold it to them when actuality it's against their own religion to even touch alcohol. That's what a lot of us don't know. All these businesses that they have in the majority of Black neighborhoods, and they're opening up most of them, that's liquor stores, they're not even supposed to be touching that. It's against their religion. And that's how in one neighborhood in Louisville, how we got that store closed. And wait a minute, here's the thing. When we got that liquor store closed, don't you know it wasn't even other people that was mad at us, it was Black people. I was like, make it make sense. At that particular liquor store, you had people standing outside all hours of the night. You had people high. It wasn't good to go. Like the store was dirty and everything. And we had tried for like 5 years to get that store closed. Finally, we used their own religion against them about them not even supposed to be able to touch alcohol, let alone sell it. And that's how we was able to get it closed. And most of the Black people surrounding that store was mad about it. And we couldn't understand it for nothing in the world. We could not understand. I'm like, what kind of slavery mentality is this? It ain't like they was helping you in the neighborhood. It ain't like they gave you nothing free. It ain't even like they didn't clean up the outside. They didn't do nothing except keep the store open at bad hours where people can get robbed, sold you old food, all that stuff. And yet still y'all mad because it's closed. Anyway, moving forward. So this particular people had the money to buy this big old mall that makes money in California, and the people wouldn't even sell it to them.
The economics behind the person who we vote for.
Right.
Because money does talk. And I wouldn't say it's too late. I would just say if we want to do it by going through this system, then we will face certain barriers that are put in that place.
Right.
Even though we have the money.
Yeah.
So we got the money, and we've seen this before. We would have the money and offer to buy a building.
LA, we saw that with South Central.
Come on, my brother. With LA over there, I believe it was over off of Martin Luther King in Crenshaw.
Yep.
Known as the Black Mall. Right. Baldwin Hills Mall.
Yep.
Group of Black folk had the money. They didn't ask for a discount or nothing. Had the money that was put up there to buy it.
That's right.
They wouldn't let them buy it. Why would you let us buy it?
It's power.
Our money is the same as your money.
Yeah,
They're like, no, we know what you're gonna do.
that's right.
Which is free your people, provide jobs, economic influence, and build and resurrect that community.
So y'all seen it. So like I said, y'all, it's not all the time the fact that we don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's been incidences that we do and everything. So last but not least, let's go here. Y'all know I used to actually give y'all these little things from people who would send me stuff that's married and everything, okay? So hold on. I have a question about this, okay? Okay, here we go. Now I have put this out there on my, let me put my glasses on so I can read this the way it's sent to me. I had put this out there on my community board, and I was hoping to get more people to tell me, wait a minute, hold on, y'all.
Standing on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. No, I'm fighting on my own. I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down.
Okay, y'all, I'm back. All right, so here we go. Wait a minute. All my music want to play. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Please give me your advice on how to move forward with this situation. My husband is a full-time transport driver. I am retired with a good pension. My problem is we don't have savings account joint. I have a separate savings account. I budget everything. My husband lives in the moment. He doesn't charge his friends enough for jobs. We have some major home repairs that need to be done. When I ask him how some major home repair, how we're going to get them done, I don't feel it's fair for me to sacrifice to cover the repairs alone. He just wants to focus on the little things like the series bill, his car payment. I keep telling him we both should work on the ability to pay the mortgage, utilities, groceries alone. Because of our age, we should be prepared for the future. I can handle things by myself if he passes away. How do I change our finances around without me feeling like I'm the only one who's working on it? I should add in the past, I would not order my medications to cover his shortcomings. I don't do that anymore. Well, y'all want to know what I said? I said store money away for you and your future. Your husband is not a leader. He's a grown kid. Start refusing to pay things. Say you don't have it. He must get uncomfortable to see if he would do better. I'll be praying. Ain't nowhere in the heck. Ain't nowhere in the heck. See, this is what y'all, I couldn't do that. I could not do that. Men, please don't put women in that predicament. Don't do it. And see, some people give you a glimpse of who they are with how they take care of their finances without you. How they take care of their bills and stuff that come in every month, okay, is an indication if there was an extra body in the house, they would be less responsible for that too. Because now they feel like, oh, I got some help. I ain't got to do this no more. I can blow my money. See, we'll both be sitting in the dark, and I'm only going to sit in the dark with you one time. Oh, did she say that? Yes, she did. Because you're not going to use all my money. You the man. You the head. I'm the neck. I'm supposed to help you, not give you everything. It says help me. So it means you don't stop doing what you're supposed to when you take on a wife. You do that and some. And it's up to that wife to meet you or to help you on things that you can't cover. But you don't go make no bill and then talk about, when now you got to pay that. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. No, I ain't either. Somebody has to have the business mind to save, to cut corners, just in case something happens. And if I let it be all up to you, mister, I have to spend everything I have in my hand. I don't know how to budget. I don't know how to. Don't y'all know y'all not supposed to pay unless you can afford it? Let me give you a little tip. Unless you can afford it, don't you know you're not supposed to pay all your bills in one lump sum? And if you do, you're supposed to pay it on your credit card and then pay your credit card in full with the money you were going to pay on each bill. That's how your levels go up. That's how your credit numbers go up. That's how your credit goes into good standing. You take one credit card that you got, and if you got a mortgage and you got enough on that credit card to pay your mortgage, then each month your mortgage needs to be on that card. And then what money you was gonna take to pay the mortgage, you could take half of that money, pay half of that bill off, pay the other bills with your little electricity, water, whatever else coming in. And then when you get the other money, you pay it off on that. That's how people's credit go up, y'all. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But yeah, I'm not gonna let you. I wish I would. If I do, you better not go to sleep. You're gonna be a no dose taking mother scooter because you're gonna be up. Because you're gonna be wondering, is this girl gonna stab me in my sleep? I can't do that. I can't take care of no grown man. I just can't do it. I cannot. You absent-minded when it comes to bills. You absent-minded when it comes to things that's important. You can't remember nothing except how much sex you need and when your stomach is hurting. That's the only thing you remember. Nah, we can't do it. We can't do it. So that was what I said to this person, I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong. But all right, here's the last one. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Okay. She said, what would you do if you could see your spouse's location, but they don't know you can see their location? It's a family plan. Okay. This is a different woman, right? And you've noticed on several occasions, they are lying about their whereabouts. And before anyone answers, the locations the spouse is at belong to their friends, cousins that you also know. So it's not like they're out hoeing around. Would you address it, letting them know you can see their location and asking why they feel the need to lie about it, or just let it slide? What would y'all do? Would you let it slide, or would you say, why you keep lying to me about where you are and I can see your location? See, here's my thing. People always say a little lie ain't bad. I don't want you lying to me, period. Just don't tell me. If you going somewhere and you don't want me to know, I'd rather for you to say, you know what, I just don't want to tell you. Now that's gonna come up with another set of problems, because how we husband and wife, and I can't know where you are. But see, I'm one that'll do tit for tat. Okay, I can't know where you are, right? Okay. I always tell people like this, okay? I want to play too. So if you gonna play, I want to play. We both should be able to play, shouldn't we? If the game is good for you, it's good for me. So you don't have to tell me where you are, and I won't ask you no more. See how that works? And I won't. I will not ask you no more. On the flip side, you ain't gonna like it when I play. Because when I play, I don't play right. Seriously. So don't ever get in my mind that you playing. Because when I play, I don't play right. Point being, I'm telling you. Don't ever tell me something like, all I got to like, pray for me. All I got to do is get an inkling in my grandmother's voice. All I got to do is get an inkling that you're trying to be sneaky. I don't play fair. I'm serious. So before I hurt anybody's feelings or whatever, I tell you, Serenara. Because I know me. When I get to playing, you ain't going to like how I play. I don't care how many women you don't pull that on. I don't care what, I get to do what you can do. Is that what you trying to do? You trying to do what I ain't did nothing, but you want to do what I'm doing? Okay. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do tick for tat. We're going to both do what each other doing. Let's see who comes out on top. Because I guarantee you can't mess with me. You can't mess with me. I'm serious. Baby, thank God for changing me. Because, baby, when I cheat, I don't play fair at all. I don't play fair. So I'm glad I don't have to do that. But, I don't think I would tell him that I could see him. Not yet. I wouldn't. I think sometimes we give our hand over. I don't think I could. I wouldn't say anything. But there will be an issue because if I can't trust you, and that's my whole thing in a relationship is trust. If I can't trust you, then ain't no sense of us being together. Point blank, period. If I can't trust you, I can't be with you. At all. Anyway, y'all. My seafood boil was thunder. It was great. It was good. I am full. I got a little bit more of that tea left. I'm going to go add some more lemon to it. Big old cup of ice and pour it over there. It's raining here. My book is not here today. I ordered a book to read. It is not here. I'm feeling rejected because y'all know I love to read. So this is number 3 to this book. And it's not here. It won't be here till tomorrow. And I was hoping it would be here today so I could take it with me to my medical procedure tomorrow and be reading it while, in there. But it's not here. So, yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to start reading it probably Saturday when I get home and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to be in my books. I might not be on too much next week because y'all know I'm a nerd. I told y'all I'm a nerd. I love to read, y'all. I really do. And that book got me on. Like, when I ended number 2, I'm on, honey, cushions. Do you hear me? Like, I need this book. Come on with this book. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I really do. And like I always tell y'all, no matter what the test, always do your best. Y'all, stay out of the drama. Stay out of the drama. Let whoever be whoever. Y'all see my community wall today? Go check my community wall out because that's where I'm at with it. I'm too old for some of this stuff that's going on. It's like, okay. It's like, okay. If I, what? If I become your enemy, and this is not to anybody, I'm just throwing this out here because this is how I live my life. If I become your enemy because I know how to be an adult and I adult every day, then okay. Okay. Because I'm an adult first. And I carry myself as such. You know what I'm saying? So, it just is what it is. But I love you guys. And no matter what the test,